Alright, here we are. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hennessy Performance Racing League Division 1 F1 Series. I am your host, I2Ballstick for you, and we are going to be solo commentating tonight. I'm excited for tonight's race. Last night's race was hectic with a good few restarts, so hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. Let's see, so Mr. Hack's going to be our first qualifier here, getting on track. I think he's the first one. Yep. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Telemetry, lap data, and the mini-map. I mean, I don't think I need to look at tires right now, but... It's a bright, sunny day here so far. I didn't expect anything less. Not much to talk about at the moment. Nothing's really happening. But, we're gonna ride on board here with Hex as he goes through his out lap, and then we'll ride on board with him for his flying lap. Give you some points update, shall we? Here we go. Alright. So, Aston Martin leads the constructors with 61 points and 2 wins. Red Bull with 56. Ferrari with 43 and 1 win. Mercedes with 32. Haas with 30. Alfa Romeo with 26. AlphaTauri with 11. Williams with 10. Alpine 8. McLaren with 4. Championship battles looking pretty close at the moment with Clay's penalty, which puts Darludo in the lead with 42 points, and Heredia in P2 in the Aston Martin with 36. Noah's Bull third with 28, Clay with 25, Jackson also with 25, Joker 22, Ulysses with 20, Spin and Win with 16, and Elite Precision with 10. Everyone else is either 8 or below. So, we're going to see what happens here. Alright. Of course, another purple sector for Hex, since he is the first car even to go through that sector on a flying lap. That's Hex 112.192. Haas is coming by on starting their flying lap. Gary 113.5. I think that next car. Jackson Ullman 116.1. Masov's the 111.8. Tires Jackson on. Elite P3 with a 112.4. Jackson set that lap on intermediates. Word. But last night PNWJ won the race, and it was a very weird night when it come down to servers. But Tiger NASCAR 111.6. What else we got? As we can see, the drivers in the field are Tiger, the Red Bull, as well as I think Darludo as well, both Red Bull's full-time drivers. We have Miss Soaps in the McLaren, and Mike G also in the McLaren. Mike G is now the team owner for McLaren as well. Let's check the race teams. Double check here. Yeah, so 2 reserves for McLaren. Mr. Hex and Elite, full-time drivers for that. Garrison is, I think he's the full-time. Yep, full-time in the Williams. With Josh in the Alpine tonight for the reserve. Kenny as well. Noah's Bowling, small NASCAR fan. Bringing the Haas's tonight. Both of they're full-time drivers. Jackson and Spinanwin. So those two are their full-time drivers for Ferrari. Useless and KU B-ball fan. Useless is usually full-time. KU is not. He's the reserve. Also, he's on Alpha's D2 team, but so not much of a seat change for him. Joker and Killer. Mercedes, Heredia and Clay in the Aston Martins, and I think that's about it. Saw Logan Aim join. I think he's taking that second Williams seat. Not much going on. Josh takes the pole with a 1:11.479, whole 0.2 faster than Tiger. Mike G up to P4, Darwood up to P5. Miss Soaps is coming back out here. Okay. Joker with a purple sector too. P3 for always Joker with a 1:11.692. Clay 1:11.582 takes the second position. Still a good bunch of drivers yet to settle out. Spinanwin and Useless are two of them. Just saw movement up on the scoreboard. I don't know what changed. Whatever. But Spinanwin's now on his outlap. Useless is coming out of pit lane. Logan Aim on his final lap. Killer is still also in the pits. Logan sets a 1:13.266 P13. Killer is now coming out of the pits as well. Jackson Altman jumps up to P2, 111.520. Spinning win sets a P7 lap time of a 111.703. Useless and Killer are the final two to set laps. Set their first laps, I should say. P15 for Useless is a cat. Killer XL up to P11 with a 112.177. Everybody so far has set at least one lap. Noah's Bowl coming to the line. Pole 111.460 for Noah's Bowl 42 in the Haas. Leap precision. What's he gonna do here? Let's see. Let's see. Aborting. Word. KU and Logan looking to set faster laps. Logan with a slight improvement, 113.209. Still P19 though. Track is getting a little busy once again now that we're coming down to the wire here in qualifying. A few more drivers wanting to improve their times. Josh wants that pole position back as well, as he is now on his lap. Someone looks like they just spun. Just Logan. P16 from P18 goes KUB ball fan. 112.290. Look at all these cars coming back on track. We got a lot more to cover. And Useless is around. I think Josh will be the first out of this new group that came out most recently. Josh does not improve. Never mind. I think he was on his. Am I losing my mind? Probably. He was not on his lap there. That was just flying lap. Does not improve. Spin and win goes to P2. 111.476. Barely beats Josh, but also barely loses to Nose Bowl there. Jackson Altman, 111.231. Takes pole for the time being. See if Noah's Bowl has anything in rebuttal, as he does not. Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo spun around. Always Joker, still on his flying lap. And the soap's going around the final turn. In the grass went Joker up. He goes to pit lane anyway. There's just a Red Bull stopped in the middle of the racetrack. I think that was Tiger NASCAR. I think for the most part we are done. So I think that's, there we have it. Jackson Allman starting on pole here in Barcelona. Alright, here we go. Jackson Allman P1, Noah's Bowl P2, Spin and Win P3, Josh 4th, Clay 5th, Heredia 6th, Tiger 7th, Joker 8th, Hex 9th, Misopes 10th, Mike G 11th, Darluto 12th, Killer 13th, Elite 14th, P15 is Kenny, 16th is Gary, 17th KU, 18th Useless, 19th Logan, and 20th is Small NASCAR Fan. We have a full field tonight, so we're going to see how this one goes. I'm excited. So, we're going to see what this race has in store for us tonight. We're going to let these drivers get their setups and stuff in, get their strategies going. And then we will go to the grid for the formation lap. What is the holdup? Alright, to the grid for the formation lap. Alright. Let's see here. There are the race strategies provided by Amazon. Thank you, Amazon. Various tires being used so far. We got the top three on mediums, Josh and the softs. Both Aston Martins on the hards, Tiger on the softs, always Joker on the hards. Hex and Miss Soaps on the mediums, Mike G, Darluto Killer on the hards, Elite Kenny on the mediums, Gary, KU Useless, hards, Logan softs, Small NASCAR Fan on the mediums. Gotta be careful on those hard tires, man. They gotta get them warmed up. Them hards are terrible to drive when they're cold, man. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Yes, here we are. Drivers are getting ready to set their grid position. Hopefully get that optimal start. A few drivers try to go better than optimal, getting disqualified, getting moved back into position. I don't know what happened between KU and Small there, but Here we go. As we are getting ready to roll off here. Five red lights. And we're off here in Barcelona as Jackson keeps his lead so far. Gets clear from Noah's Bowl. This is a terrible camera angle for the start of the race, but we're going to keep it rolling. Haas just doesn't go on the start. I wonder if Small's even here. Jackson already with a good bit of the lead here as well. That's Noah's Bowl in P2. Everybody trying to get single file, trying to get spots. As I see an Aston Martin trying to peek under the Alpine there. I'm going to see if he can get that move done. I don't think so quite yet. As Spin and Win and I think Joker are side by side. Got to give room, boys. Hex and Heredia side by side for a moment there. I think they've all gotten it figured out so far. And everyone's kind of single file. Alright, that was quick. Darluda trying to make a move on Heredia here too. Tiger NASCAR, I think, lies slide out of the session once again. Here comes Mr. Hex going down the inside, peeking on Darluda. Doesn't even go for it. Pretty wise move there to not really go for that move. You don't want to do anything. Jackson, of course, with the fast lap of the race as the leader. Alright, this is not something for me to deal with there, Jay. You need to go into the actual F1 chat and say it there. I don't know why you're whining at me about it. But we're going to keep it rolling, as Small has retired from the session since apparently he can't get control of his car. So there's a chance we restart this race. Jackson already with his second and a half lead on Josh. What is happening back here? Jackson, 1:14.6. Fastest lap so far. His DRS is now enabled. Ooh. Just happened to Josh there. He looked to get a little bit loose, saved it, I think, but lost a good few positions there. So he's now battling with the Heredia God. Gets the preferred lane here. Heredia might go for a crossover as well. Nothing to come out of it. Ooh, caution for Josh once again. Off track. I don't know if there was any contact there between him and another driver, but we move as Masopes goes around the outside. Still single file here. Jackson still over 2 seconds ahead of Trevor in P2. They just can't get back up here. Nose bowl peak there on Clay. Doesn't go for it yet. It was too far back. It seems as though Tiger NASCAR is having some issues. Small NASCAR also had a few issues. Unfortunate for those two drivers, but we move. Battles back here. Oh! Useless and Gary! Both out of the Spanish Grand Prix. Big wreck for both the Williams and the Alfa Romeo. Oh my goodness. That was massive. That was massive. Wow. I think Useless was trying to use too much space there. And Gary was outside, nowhere to go. Just cars get hooked together there. That was an insane impact for both of those drivers. I hope they are okay. I'll let you know when they are released from the infield care center as well. So, unfortunate for those two drivers, but what can you do? Everybody except for like the top two. That was a huge impact. Watching that back. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think either of these McLaren. Yeah, none of these two McLarens are staying out. So. Oh my god, what just happened in the back there? A safety car is in this lap. There goes Josh. Driving penalty while ignoring yellow flags as well. Are there any cars without a front wing? It looked like it. Yep, Darluda with missing left end plate. Same with the AlphaTauri of Mr. Hex. Trying to figure this stuff out as we are going back green here. Mike G in the lead. Back green here in Spain. As we're under yellow again on the front stretch. That was only 2 cars pitting. Mike G looking a bit squirrely here in those A-lap bold hards. Missoap's already losing a couple spots. I don't know if staying out was the best idea. Those mediums as he has lost another whole spot. And another one. Not even gonna fight these guys, I think. Spinelin might have the upper hand here too. He's got the fresher hards, but they take a few laps to really kick in at full speed, so I'm gonna keep an eye on these front 5 just about actually. They're still battling there. This Jackson goes on the inside of Mike G, trying to take that position away. Still side by side. Going into the penultimate turn and then the final turn. But Jackson does end up taking that position away. Here we go. We basically have an 8-car breakaway from and then 9th through 12th. I'm not going to read F1 chat in Discord. I am commentating the race, man. I don't know what you want me to do about it. But, it's not... An AI thing is not a game thing. It's AI for a reason. It happened with Furch last night. We didn't restart because of that. Now please stop whining in the chat and just stick to the F1 chat because it's distracting. This Killer XL unfortunately out of the race as well. I don't know how long that's been, but whatever. Clay with a 1:14.447. As we are 3 wide, I think, on the front stretch here. Already going for a move. Gets by Missoap's and Elite. And Aston Martin is flying. Here he comes. Ready to trying to get by Mike G as he gets that move done as well. Soaps, man. I don't know if the not pinning was the move there. That safety guard, he has dropped from P2 to 11th. Behind him are 2 AIs and 3 other drivers. This is gonna be a long race. Here we go. Alright. Caution back in sector 3 for nothing. Spinning one going on the inside of Always Joker. Gets that move done for now. Joker looks a bit twitchy there. I don't know what's going on with that, but gets back around? Bit of lag, possibly? I don't know. Let's see. Jackson still has that lead, or no. I am out of it. Clay has the lead over Jax. Jackson with the DRS, though. Got a good train going on 1 through 3. 4th and 5th can kind of train off each other as well. Already a 6th, Elite 7th. We're not really seeing any big packs. We kind of just see packs of 2 or 3, and then everyone else is by themselves. As we're gonna keep it rolling up here with the top 3. Man, if I were those McLarens, I'd be upset with that strategy call. I mean, you had the track position like for the safety car. You didn't pit, but at the same time, you had those old tires, and I look at them 1 and 2 down to 10th and 11th. Oh, Mike G is going on vacation or something, going down in the sand. Masovs goes pit. Back in NASCAR, you know, that AI is really putting them laps in on those softs. Got 11 lap old softs out there. You gotta think, when does that AI pit? I'm thinking soon. As Heredia gets by Elite there. Joker still right behind Spin and Win, only by about half a second. Losing time. Has the DRS down this straightaway though, so he will gain a little bit of it back, but overall is just losing. Spin and Win is on those hards, and they're a bit older, so they're flying compared to like an 8-lap old set of mediums here. So Joker gained a little bit of time back, about a 10th or so. Gets the DRS in the front straightaway. We're gonna see. I don't think he'll have enough for a dive bomb, but at least he'll be closer. Stays behind Spin and Win. Cuts it all the way down to a 10th of a second, and all the way back up to 4 tenths. This front three is trying to just drive away from these guys behind as well. Because we got the biggest gap of the track, like with like the guys in the top 10 would be 10th to 9th, about 5.5 seconds, and losing time. And then we have Kenny's about almost 5 from Elite. Already is almost about 3 seconds from Joker, and almost 2 split Spin and Win and Noah's Bowl. I'm gonna see what's going on back here. Soap's on a new set of hards. Gets a bit loose there. Josh's AI going a lap down. Tigers might go 2 laps down here soon. Clay is looking tight on gas right now. That fuel light is on. It's got yellow. He's looking to pit soon too. I think this lap possibly. But I am not quite sure what that light means. I think they're within their time to pit, but we'll figure it out. We'll see. A bunch of cars have that light on, or really just a few. I think it was Clay Elite, KU, or Kenny. As Tigers AI finally pits with 13 lap old softs. Bold strategy call from Tiger. Every car in the field on the mediums or the hards. There's not much really to talk about here other than Formula 1 chat going crazy about certain events. As Reddy comes down to pit lane. Nobody's going to follow him from what I see so far. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about at the moment. We're going to just ride on board with Noah's Bowl. Still a close battle here between first, second, and third. Spin and Win P4 as well, 4 seconds behind third. Checker's still with him, but he is going down pit lane. Hits that bump. Looked like the car got a little unsettled there, but keeps it straight. And Elite coming up pit lane once as well. Mike G still on those hards for 18 laps. And they can go a while. I mean, I went I think 23 laps on them last night. Chucker and Elite both exiting pit lane. Already going to the inside of Logan on these fresh mediums as Logan just takes a vacation into this gravel trap. I don't know where he thought he was going. I think he was just trying to let the Chucker and Heredia both go by. So we got Jackson coming down pit lane. Same with Clay. That gives Noseball the lead here. Already with the fast lap of the race so far, 1:13.9 is what is happening here. Gerludo and Masopes got into it seems. I don't know who did what. We'll probably see that in the incident report later. Masopes. Looks like he might retire here, unfortunately. The driver in the McLaren. But, or it could have just been a conservative pit entry. Conservative pit entry it was. Nope, never mind. Retired from the session as Noseball does come down pit lane. We're going to see if Spinowin follows him. As he does not, he's going to get this lap led. And then we got Kenny in third, 12 seconds behind Spinowin. It's going to spit Masopes' car back out on track, but thankfully it'll be ghosted since he will be going a lap down. Always Sugar, the 1:13.876, fastest lap of the race. I don't understand why this game spits cars back out on track when they retire in the pit lane. Will never make sense to me as Heredia is going to go by Noseball here for the time being. Jackson going to get by KU as well. So we are going to see what else happens. And Masopes' car finally gets off the track. Finds a safe place to stop. Alright. Welcome, Masopes, to the booth. Unless you were just here to vibe. Either way, it's okay.
Hey,
We're gonna keep it rolling.
This is Dylan and
This
Brandon
is
up here in the booth. You got a copy?
You got a copy, buddy? Where to get? So it seems you've been released out of the infield care center. How you feeling after that big impact? Looked like it was a big impact.
Just, didn't leave a lane.
Didn't leave the space?
Yeah, same thing with Jerry, just not leaving a lane. And,
yeah, that's really something we hate to see. Thoughts on the F1 chat at the moment? The owner of Haas is not happy with not restarting because one of his drivers forgot how to serve a qualifying ban, and the second one, his game crashed and took out half the field. So
that is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's another Kenny LaFleur's around here on them 16-lap hards. What are we cooking, buddy?
I'm just, preparing the split so that way Bonito does not get in second.
Word. It's Clay
Take a look at bike lifting incident report.
Clay with a 113.799. Just Kenny LaFleur with a 5-second pit lane penalty for speeding. He's probably gonna retire in the pits, and we're gonna see if he does or not. He does not. I think that is him driving down pit lane. He's gonna get on them mediums and try to finish this race. Now, if I were Kenny here, I would have just tried to steal the fast lap of the race, get them off. So, but that is not the case. Spinowin's still on these 18-lap hards. I wonder if he's going to try and pit late and get on them softs towards the end of this. I think that's like the only call at this point.
Always Joker moves past already a guy there for P5 as Joker makes a mistake.
There we go. Already he's going to try and go for the crossover possibly here. Nope, nothing. Joker pulling that ERS. He's at 1%. Ooh, as we have Jackson and Noseball side by side here. Noseball going to get by Jackson. All right. Spinowin once again staying out. When do you think this guy's going to pick, Killer? 18 lap old hards? Yep, 19 laps now.
Probably this lap for a pair of fresh softs.
Yeah, I would think so too. I mean, these can go pretty long time, but you're going to start losing time as he was above by at least 8. Once again up to 8 seconds to Clay, but Clay's ever so slightly cutting that gap on down. Nothing really going on here. Everybody's at least half a second apart. Kenny LaFleur, 113.291 on those mediums, steals that fastest lap of the race. Caution for absolutely nothing. So Joker seems to be getting a good bit of time on Jackson here. Already only following. I think I don't know. I was thinking we could see a new winner tonight, but with Clay in the lead, he has won once this season already, and so is Jackson. I don't think Noseball has. Nope. Our only 3 winners were, or 2 winners were Clay and Jackson so far. Clay is 2nd, and Jackson is currently sitting 5th. Spinowin looking a bit shaky up there. I'm thinking soon, unless he's going to try and run these out. I mean, it's a strategy, but I don't know. You might.
Joker just had a big lag, or I had a big lag, one or the other.
I don't know. Joker did fall back, or he got by Jackson, maybe. Wait. Yeah, must have gotten by. Wait, what? What am I looking
Dropped
at?
back to
All of a sudden.
6th and was a ghost for a second,
Oh.
and then he popped back up and forth.
That's what the movement I saw then. That was what that was. I saw it too, don't worry. It's that West Coast internet for real. So here comes Heredia. He's going to try and get this move on Jackson. Jackson is using that overtake. Heredia going to go down the inside into turn 1. Gets that move done up to P5 for the Heredia God in the Aston Martin. Now, after those penalties for Aston Martin, you got to, if I were him, you have to push as hard as you can, try to gain all those points back as soon as possible. With 25-point penalty to Clay after last week.
Always Joker did go off there this time. He drops back to 6th.
What is Joker cooking? Yeah, Killer, I think Spinelin just going to try and go to the end on these.
6-second lead. How old are these hards? I don't have it.
21 laps.
Yeah, that's going to be
He's really only lost like maybe half a tenth every lap. If like half a second every lap, if that.
If he doesn't get a puncture, I think he's going to win it. But
yeah,
he might get a puncture.
I'd like to be able to see what his tires are at, but I cannot.
Tire deg around this track is pretty big.
Hmm.
What do you think, Soaps? Always Joker moves back around Jackson Altman as he is struggling bad here in these mediums.
Yeah, I mean both these drivers
don't
really have much.
Save fuel here.
Yeah, I mean that fuel light isn't on for him, but
maybe he's just slow.
Yeah. Him nor Joker really have that much ERS. Same thing with Heredia. The whole top 3 have at least almost 15%. As Mike G gets by Mr. Hex on the front straightaway as well. And there's 20... Mr. Hex on 20 lap old mediums. Now, doing that on hards is risky enough. Doing it on mediums, though, I don't know what his game plan is. I mean, he does have a big gap between him and Kenny, plus the 5-second penalty on Kenny, so he's basically 11 seconds behind Hex. Almost 12-ish. So we're going to keep it rolling.
Spinning one has lost about a second so far.
Yeah, he did lose a good bit. But if he only loses a second these next couple of laps, he should be alright. But those tires are just going to be worse and worse as time goes along. As it looks like he goes off track a little bit there. But I don't know if he got a warning for that or not. Now, if he gets 3 warnings and gets that time penalty, then I would be worried for him. But as long as he could just keep that gap reasonable, I think he'll bring it home safely. Still got to push, of course, but you can't push too hard and give yourself that 3-second time penalty. As he just has to hope Clay and Eric back here in 2nd and 3rd begin to battle soon. As we're going to see if this battle heats up at all for P2 and 3.
Welcome Jimmy Cocker to the booth for 4
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
He's about an hour late.
Yeah,
might as well have just stayed out of the
was
booth.
a little late, but we're here.
As I believe the session is full, so you can't even join.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll sit here and listen to your beautiful voice.
Thank you. I'm flattered. But Spinning One so far, he's got a few more laps to go. Clay and Noseball are going to go at it. Clay going in the inside here on the front straightaway. Trying to get the move done before 1 as he does get it done. But he's got a McLaren coming to the pit lane. Nope, that is a Red Bull of Tiger NASCAR's AI. Going, I think, back on those 12-lap old mediums or something. Nope, that's not it. Who is that? Is that Darludo? That is Darludo. He's just a lap down on new softs. Oh, the session was not full. Here is Big Jim. Has joined the session here for these last couple laps. As Clay has the DRS since Darludo's ghosted in front of him. So we're going to see what he can do. Darludo's AI might just help Clay. He does have the softs. He might get out of the DRS distances. Clay does have it on the front straightaway, as we have 2 laps to go here in Barcelona. So Spin and win. I'd be worried to see that AI behind you, or not the AI, but the lap car behind you, just giving DRS to the guy who's sitting in P2. Because that makes sense. I don't understand why lap cars affect DRS, but here we go.
Oh, Spin and Win's on hard tires. Okay.
Yeah, he's on them 25
All right.
lap old hard tires.
There might be a chance that Clay's able to get him. Maybe.
Clay is absolutely flying right now, mate.
Yeah, he is flying.
He's
He's getting
moving.
those. He's getting that DRS from that lap car too, so he's only gonna gain time throughout these straightaways.
Yeah, but
Lap
is it going
car
to be
is
too
way
little,
behind
too
this group
late?
now.
He's what?
The lap car is behind this group now. Oh,
Hmm.
Oh,
almost.
no, it's going to be close if he gets
Yeah.
there.
Clay
He will
doesn't
get
have
there,
DRS.
Darludo actually passes.
Spin and win.
Spin and win.
I think Spin and win's gonna have this one in the bag. Honestly, it's the final lap. Clay does not have DRS of a lap car nor the leader. They won't battle behind him either, since Nose Bowl is over a second away as well.
Now we just gotta watch for the puncture. On
Yeah.
Spin. If he doesn't get a puncture, I think he has it in the bag.
Yeah. If he gets that puncture, man, it's gonna be Jover. It will be Jover for that driver of the Ferrari.
1.3.
I don't know. He's kind of babying it around. Yeah, as Jim's pointing out, 1.3 seconds behind is Clay.
You gotta watch out for Clay
1.2.
running out of fuel too. He is blinking pretty
Ooh.
big.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And use an overtake here. That gives the car an extra 60 horsepower, too. So that'll only
This
burn
isn't
more
really
fuel.
a passing zone here. If he just makes it out of here alive, he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, I'm really just thinking the DRS, but since the start-finish line is so short on the front straightaway, can't really do much. The Spinowin's going to come around in the second. And now the final turn, the final lap, and he is going to win here in Spain.
What a drive from Spin right
What
there.
a drive. And 27 lap old hards brings it home for the Ferraris. Clay P2, Noah's Bull P3, Joker P4, Heredia with another 3-second time penalty, but that'll be it. Doesn't lose anything else. P5, Jackson P6, Elite P7, KU 12 seconds behind Elite will hopefully finish P8 with Mikey not too far behind him in P9. And this is going to heat up here. Kenny's got a 5-second time penalty. So we're going to see if Mr. Hex can actually pass him, get that one lap, or that 1 point, as he does. And an unserved penalty. So that's a 10-second penalty for Kenny. As Darludo is a half-minute behind. And Logan is about 9 behind Darludo. So these finishing results after P10 don't matter at all, since they do not get any points. But yeah. Spin and win. First win of this season. Second for Ferrari. That was a race in history as KU B-Ball fan with Driver of the Day. All right.
What happened to you that race there, Killer XL?
Incident report. But
I will talk about it in our party after this race.
yeah, after the race.
Okay.
But if you want to be caught up on what happened so far this race, Jim, just go over to Incident Report and you will see why drivers are angry with both the stewards
That's
and
the
other
best part
drivers.
about this league is that you can go back and watch the highlights.
Indeed we can. As Spin and Win comes home P1, Clay P2, Nose Bowl P3, Joker P4, Heredia 5th, Jackson 6th, Elite 7th, KU 8th, Mike G 9th, Mr. Hex 10th. Running at our top 10, those drivers all will get some points. Kenny 11th, Darludo 12th, Logan 13th, Josh 14th, 15th is Tiger, 16th is Masobe, 17th Killer, 18th Gary, 19th Useless. And rounding out the top 20, small NASCAR fan, 24 in the McLaren. Not the McLaren, the Haas.
Clay.
You got it, buddy.
I'm typing stuff.
You,
That's
yep.
broadcaster Clay. I don't think he wants an invite.
No, we don't. I don't even know who that guy is.
Hey, Killer, Josh is trying to communicate with you in the incident report chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
You should.
Do you not agree that if it's your AI, you're still in control of your AI? That's just my opinion.
As here is Clay, but we're gonna wait for our third and first finishers. We're gonna wait to hear. All right. Well, our podium has joined us up here in the booth. Noah's Bowl P3 tonight. How you feeling after that one?
I'm feeling good, I guess. I mean, I've been consistent well, I wouldn't say all season because it's been 4 races, but after seeing what Spin and Win did, I definitely should have stayed out on the hards because apparently I would have made it. So that was a mistake on my part.
Yeah, man, but this track has such tire degradation and stuff like that where you are just unsure about like whether you'll get a puncture with 27 lap old hards. But that was a good drive from all three of you. Jim, you have anything to ask Noah's Bowl, even though you were only here for 3 laps?
Yeah, no. Out of the 3 laps I watched, I do know that this track sucks. What's your feeling on Barcelona and F1 as a whole?
Oh, God.
Spain is bad, but F1 is better than NASCAR.
You heard
That's
it
an
here first,
insane
folks.
statement.
Bold
That's an
take.
insane statement to make. But congrats on your third, and I'll be talking to you later, buddy.
Yep, thank
Yeah,
you.
congrats on P3 tonight as we're going to move quickly on to Clay. How are you feeling after that one, man? P2.
I feel like I could have had the win, but I still feel good.
That's good to hear. You had such good speed tonight, as usual, as throughout these first 4 races, I believe. Take us through your mind with those last, that last pit cycle. What were you thinking? What was, the best strategy call?
Yeah, I would say definitely going on the mediums, but unfortunately I didn't save enough gas, so I had to try and save gas to make it to the end, and then it was too late to catch up to Spin and Win. Yeah.
Well, I got you, man. Jim, you have anything for Clay?
Thoughts on Barcelona?
Barcelona's a good track, you just suck at it, but
Oh,
that's
own that fraud.
That's
Me personally.
that's even more
Own
frustrating
that
than what
fraud.
Noah said. That's crazy.
This is me personally, but I think it's at least a good track for league racing.
Did you like it better with or without that little chicane at the end of Sector 3?
No, it's way better than the chicane, the long right corner.
All right, well, congrats on second, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you for joining us up here. Spin and Win, your first one of the season after 4 races in the Ferrari. How do you feel?
I feel great,
Yeah, that strategy call.
Yeah. I saw everyone pit, and I felt, if no one's going to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's something I always do. I always stretch my tires no matter what the case may be, so that's what I did. And thankfully it paid off, I guess.
Well, I got you, man. I see that you're left front. 80% there towards the end of the race. So I'm kind of new to F1 still. What percentage were you worried about where you would get a puncture?
85.
85?
80, around 82, 85 is where you typically worry about puncture range. So
Gotcha.
It's more of a problem, I believe, for the rears and the fronts, but I was still worried regardless on how it was. I had to stay back a couple or let off a couple laps just to be at least cautious and safe and not do anything stupid.
So you must be feeling kind of relieved and kind of lucky that race wasn't 34 laps.
Oh yeah, I would have been cooked though. I would have been done. I would have been done.
All right, man. Well, thank you. And Big Jim, you got any questions for our race winner?
No spin. I just want to say congrats on the win. Second for Ferrari, it sounds like. I didn't really join the booth till like, the very end, so I don't have any real questions for you. I've already asked the other two about their thoughts about Barcelona. I'll ask you as well. Thoughts on this racetrack and Formula One as a whole?
It sucks to race on. In F1, it's cool, but just to race on, it's horrible. Not gonna lie. Tire degradation is terrible.
Gotcha. Well, you mastered tire degradation and got out here with wins, so congrats on that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you to our podium for joining us up here in the booth. Next week, make sure to join us. It's our first sprint week of the season at Austria. That should be a fun one to watch and possibly race. Thank you to Big Jim for joining us, even though he was fashionably late. Thank you for Killer for being here the entire time, and Miss Hope joining us halfway through to give us his thoughts about the wreck with him and the Red Bull. But thank you guys for joining us tonight. Like I said, Austria next week. Be sure to join us then. And on behalf of the Hennessy Performance Racing League, I hope you all have a great rest of your night.